Trademark triggers them in towards garage. Out comes the ult. You stagger Cloud9 and you punish them with big plays from some of these individuals. C9 now again just on towards these pistols, and at our 10 side slowly pushing forward towards long. Mel actually capitalizing the sky a bit too far forward. This could get problematic as Jeffrey is alone and no longer has a tailwind to work with.
And gonna be stunned up. Like you said, no tailwind. The Jet just planted in place, but still manages to get away. Carno will bail Jeffrey out as the aftershock and the clear backside. Through the sky smoke, they go, but again, there's no breathing room. Cloud9 White can't get anything going, and by the time they've taken the site, the defense is here to steal it right back. Neto gonna push forward. Mel now needs to be the hero for the squad. It'll take the ace as the flashpoint will force the chamber away, and the spike looks to head elsewhere.
She can run for this one, but JD still has his trademarks up. He'll have information in towards garage or B, so all that Tensai has to do is stay together, wait for one of those alarms to sound, and soon it will. In towards garage, one pops, and Part of force as well, claimed for Mel. Another piece of utility for her to work with. Order of operations need to be get this spike on down, set yourself up a trademark, get aggressive somewhere, fight back with that rendezvous, try and isolate one of these duels. And one of her trademarks already taken down. She has information in towards one, but Edo Tensai don't want to let her have that. Instead, they like to group up, take this from defender's side and spawn together.
I was a little worried for Edo Tensai there for a second because they were split across the map. But with that trademark being triggered, like you said, just going to look to link up and play together. The spike is planted for long. Jump peek going to reveal the position of Mel. And unfortunately, I don't think the rendezvous is in a great spot as they're out towards that side. Stick on to the spike, a stick onto the angle with the operator. And it's another round scooped up for Edo Tensai. It's 6 in a row unanswered here.
Cloud9 White, a good loss bonus built up. Another buy in towards this round and an operator. Still for Mel, I'd love to see them slow things down a little bit. Try and see if they can leverage that op that Mel has picked on up. But we'll have to see what they can get done. As again, if you look towards long, there's another one of these trademarks that is yet to be spotted.
And they know about Carno shenanigans. They're going to try and clear out that corner, but I don't know. It didn't even look like Mel was looking at Carno. Carno, it backs away from Garage, goes right out towards long, and will eventually be answered. But, I mean, the damage has been done. A huge investment stripped away from Mel.
Yeah, that trademark that was placed towards long, it's been there multiple rounds. This is the first time that C9 spotted it, and when Mel went to destroy it, there was a peek from long. It was a trap setup, and this was the first time it had to be activated. Now, we fall back to a 4v4. Garage control is that of C9 White, but they've made noise over towards towards that A site. A Sky utility popped, so one of these players rotating still. Two posted on the C site, one of them with that operator in hand for JD.
Look at the read, though, right? You see Eto deep in their spawn, expecting somebody to try and play through Garage here. Obviously, if JD still holding the line, not giving up too much. Rolling Thunder, though, it's going to be a tough spot. It does eventually land, and he doesn't have time to teleport. No rendezvous means JD buried is 6 feet under as Jazzy slowly starting to work the flank. The timing, it might escape. No, the re-equip, it isn't there. But now Jazzy has to do it herself as she goes through the incendiary. Did she spot Jeffrey inside the sky smoke? Yes, she did in the 1v1 with 9 seconds. A flash through, has the dash, has to plant, but maybe looks to take the fight. No, we'll stick the plant. Now time is on her side. And the knives are there as well as Jazzy holds it down for Cloud9 White in the Red Bull clutch.
Without Mel from the onset, forced to cancel, but where the tides turned was a flash over towards that A site. Pulled 2 rotations away. The Jet left, as too did, I believe it was the Sky on that site as well. So, in the fight on forward, with that Rolling Thunder being able to take down JD and win things on out.
And that was... Oh, timing escapes. Jeffrey survives for now, looks to take the fight, but will fall off atop the box B site. Then Jazzy is immediately traded back. JD has been, I mean, worth his weight in credits with that operator in hand. Unfortunately, Ionza taken down early, once more out towards the A site. It's going to weaken the defense just a bit in the A site. Now free for the most part. These Sky Smokes came down a little early. They don't have a whole lot of time once they get this spike planted to work through those.
The flank is already coming. Alexis has worked her way deep. She's worried about Gong, but no one is actually there to receive. Instead, 1 towards Heaven, 2 towards the defender's side at spawn. Alexis is waiting for contact to come on the site. Then this fight could become massive.
JD once more in that heaven position. Same aftershock. This time an incendiary going out. We'll see where the flashpoint looks to go. Oh, and they get flashed up themselves as Alexis. Only good for one, and JD actually scooped one up from this heaven position, but he still has the operator in hand. It's a scary spot to be in. Aftershock comes through. Carno pushes on it. It's Katsumi to find herself in another 1v1 to try and hang on here for Cloud9 White. Looking to string a few rounds together. A tap on the spike. An operator still in hand, but the angle. Another orbital strike. It's just around the corner. Ooh, we're going down C long this time. Very uncharacteristic of both Mel and JD. They're going to miss their shots. Rendezvous to safety, and no harm, no foul. We reset.
A reset indeed, but that chamber did have to initially reveal position. Now will reset up over towards that B site. 1 point for Cloud9 that has been troublesome is the kind of lack of times we actually see them able to break these trademarks in the early round. It's very rare that we see that garage or that mid-trademark broken early, so in this default, a lot of the time the hits end up being quite telegraphed, and in this one you see it here. A double setup in towards short. C9W though elect to disrespect it, and Jazzy good for the first frag out towards the site. JD replying though.
No.
The tour de force, he wants more as well. Reposted on the angle, and no one's been watching for Edo. They forgot about the brimstone. In towards the sewers, a sneaky rat in his position, and now he's collected a gun and continued to pressure in towards his flank. Cloud9 White, they're trapped. They're locked into this one.
Op shot not going to land again. Mel missing on her target, that being a JD who... I mean, we go back to that C-long fight. If the op shot lands either way, it's JD having 3 kills on the round and really popping off, where Cloud9 White actually in the driver's seat. We already saw the damage that JD has been able to do with that tour de force. And with the rotate back out towards the trusty old C site, it's the same trademark setup. Should be revealed here by Mel. Gonna take that one down, and maybe the spike plant is awarded, but look what's available, right? We're 1 away from the Seekers. We've also got ourselves the orbital strike.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're playing for. With the time, I don't know if there's an opportunity to plant this one. Spikes down. That's the round over. Mel can only hope to survive, but that, too, is denied. JD gets it done. The tour de force finds 3.
Yeah, that's tough. You really hate to see it. This was actually crazy to find this first one and then immediately flick out. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying anything about the tour de force, but that thing is strong, man. I guess that's exactly why it's an ultimate.
And Mel have shown that to us thus far this game, but in that one, JD coming out on top. C9 White will pick up the pace at least early with a piece of utility. They were just trying to spot out that breach, follow it up with that orbital strike, and it works for the opener.
And finally, they get something back. Orbital strike for orbital strike. 1 kill for 1 kill in the last 2 rounds. Cloud9 White usually doing good to convert in rounds like this. Unfortunately, Eto reigns supreme of that sewers position once more. Sheriff in a round previous. Phantom in this round here is JD getting so aggressive, but the shot is not quite there. Alexis cuts the numbers down once more. The Seekers to reveal, but she's solo dolo. Gonna find the next. That's a huge kill to have because she's got the spike in hand. Now the C site's been taken.
Even bigger is Jeffrey, and he is still healthy. A tailwind to work with, but the Sky Smoke's good to lock him on off. And Molly as well. Cloud9 White trying to buy time, give themselves an opportunity to establish in this post, which they have. 3 players all crossfired on the side.
Fault line, stun the players from CT. I think maybe Jeffrey just escaped that from the defender side. Spawn push now coming on through. Nobody there to answer though. Finally, Katsumi cuts him down. 3 kills on the round, and it's 7-5 as we hop into our halftime break. 5 shots of it.
Yeah, he's invested heavily. 2 trips, 5 shots. We'll see what he can get done. The breach stun could be tough for Jazzykins, but she has support. Mel does well. Her shot connecting. Now they're under a lot of pressure. Flash is good. Mel gets out. And the same can be said for Jazzy. The double get out of jail free card works for Cloud9, and now they get to play from a 5v4 advantage.
And quickly on the flank, Katsumi trying to corral this squad. It seems like the trademark maybe...
As the chamber died immediately. JD went down.
Yeah,
that was the man to die off the rip. So Katsumi recognized it and starts pressuring in from that flank. However, that was never the intention for Edo Tensai to double back and to even find themselves close to Katsumi. They want to push instead towards A. But off the information that both Kat and Alexis has, they still have 3 players here. Cloud9 White is ready.
Yeah, they're not giving this up. It's the same holdout towards short. The jet, the chamber, backside though. Things getting hairy as Annie falls. Mel's there to trade. And oh, here comes the other player from short. They got a beautiful crossfire to cut down the attack. It's Jazzy for 3, and it's Cloud9 White strike first on defense.